Times you make me feel we can go back to before we ended up here. Hello, honey bunnies, guys and gals. It is your girl Kristen, aka KL, coming back at you with another video. I actually had this idea for a while where I really wanted to ask, people to ask me questions about being a plus size woman, questions that they are otherwise embarrassed to ask or feel like it's crossing a line with other people. And you guys know I try to be an open book, so I definitely, wanted to give people the opportunity. It just so happens to be that all the people that ask me questions were men. If you're new to the channel and you like plus size content or story times, anything at all like that, weight loss videos, lifestyle advice, dating advice, definitely make sure you go ahead and click subscribe before you leave, and make sure you like it too. And I look forward to seeing you guys. But let's get into the video. I really loved this question, and I was like, woof. The fact that I have to answer that is truly ghetto. The question was, how do they feel about sending full body nudes? Now, I've sent nudes in the past. Like, I feel like a lot of people have, and I think it just depends. I feel like the only full body nude I've ever sent, I won't say ever sent, but was like to one person. So of course, like, I can't speak for all, plus size, full figured women, of course, but me personally, it just really depends. I don't just send nudes nilly-willy anyway, because that's just not my style, and that's not to shame anyone that does. But I mean, me personally, like, I really have to be comfortable with that person. Now, in the past, when people asked me to send nudes, yes, I was a little concerned. I really didn't want to send, nudes to people because, like, I wasn't super comfortable in my own skin. And that's not to say that plus size women are beautiful. It was just, an insecurity that I personally had. But will I say all plus size women are afraid or, anything to send, nudes? Absolutely not. But again, I think, with anybody, you have to be cautious with who you send your nudes to. Not just because maybe you feel insecure about sending it, but also you never know what people will do with your nudes on the other end. You think you know somebody, and sometimes you don't. The next question was also a really good question. How do they feel about having all parts of their body touched during sex? Again, I can't speak for every plus size woman, but I can speak for this plus size woman. Yeah, I'll tell you this, like, one of my most insecure parts of my body is my stomach. So I'm 5'11" and I am plus size, so being tall, I do have a lot of my body that is a little bit more proportionate than if I was a little bit shorter. Now, my stomach is like where I hold the majority of my weight. I really don't like being touched in my stomach, and I dated someone and oh god, they were so toxic, but not in this case. They really just wanted me to know that they loved my body no matter what. And it's so funny, the same person, in addition to somebody else, actually told me they thought I looked better when I was like more plus size like this. Because if you guys remember, or if you don't and you're new to the channel, there was a time twice that I lost 45 pounds and gained it all back, and two people literally told me that I looked better 45 pounds heavier. And I'm like, okay, like, I appreciate that you liked me at that point in my life, but don't like discredit what I've been doing just because you thought I looked better, heavier and a little bit more unhealthier. One of those guys, I remember, like, we were about to be intimate, and he knows I'm super shy. Like, I really hated, like, him seeing me fully naked, and he literally, like, just, like, grabbed me, touched my stomach, and, like, was kissing it. And, like, I know he probably felt like that was, like, him telling me, like, I love you at any size. But for me, I was like, ooh, this is awkward. Moving forward, like, I felt a little bit better about him touching me, anywhere, because I knew, like, he didn't mind me being plus size, of course. But I think it just depends, and I feel like every woman has to fill that out with a man. Everybody's a little bit different. There are plus size women that are like full body positivity. I don't care, I got jelly rolls here and here, and you could touch my fupa daddy. But like, not everybody is like that. Why do a lot of bigger women mess with skinny niggas? I really don't know, and I guess it depends on what we're calling skinny. I don't think all plus size women prefer skinny men. The person that, you know, I've kind of was, you know, I don't know, dating, you know, on and off like a year and a half is definitely skinnier than me. He's skinnier than a lot of men that I know. And that wasn't typically like, you know, what I was usually attracted to. And I'm very attracted to him. But my typical type that I used to tell people was, you know, buff, kind of like footballish, you know, tall, of course, you know, muscular. You know, wasn't typically attracted to skinnier guys. And I think truly you can become attracted to anybody if you are attracted to their personality. And I think that's what happened in this scenario. Was I was attracted to his personality first, before I became attracted to him physically, because he wasn't like my typical type. And I think that's the same thing for him, where his typical type wasn't like, you know, bigger women. It was kind of like the slim thick, and I'm the thick but I ain't the slim, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not really sure why bigger women or other bigger women are attracted to skinnier dudes. I'm not really sure, but that's just the experience that, you know, I've had. Why do some act like clothes hide their size? Like, get your ass over here and let me love you. You know, I will say I think a lot of it is media. You know, a lot of times bigger women, we're not portrayed as, you know, the sexy one, or, you know, the lead that, you know, the main character's in love with. Usually like, you know, someone that's super thin or super in shape, or not even in shape, you know, super fit, or slim thick, or thick without, you know, like got the booty and got the boobs without the gut, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel like it's the beauty standards that are placed, you know, in front of us. Me as a black woman, like, you know, I'm not, you know, the typical, you know, standards of beauty, you know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of women maybe be insecure because we're not what people say is typically beautiful. Not only that, but some of those, like, you know, clothing lines in stores, especially before, like, you know, Fashion Nova came along, or Fashion to Figure, or ASOS, like, you know, places like Lane Bryant and Catherine's and like Cato's, like Dress Barn, all these places made the ugliest shit for plus size women. It was the ugliest, you know, floral prints, and I love floral print obviously, but I'm saying like it looked like a muumuu, like a grandma's dress. That's what people were putting on us. And when I was growing up, like, you know, my mom wanted me to wear like looser clothes because she's like, you're a bigger girl. You know, a lot of people be like, you're a bigger girl, you're not supposed to wear like, you know, certain things. So I can't like express myself with clothing because I'm a bigger girl. Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just media, and plus like the clothing options that a lot of us had before were literally for an 80-year-old plus size grandmother. Why do some fat women shame fat men? You know, I'm really not sure. I feel like, you know, everybody kind of judges each other, and we definitely shouldn't be doing that, but it's easy to do that. I'm not perfect, you know, but I've dated a variety of men. I've dated really skinny guys. I've dated, you know, football player size, basketball size. I've dated men that are like 400 pounds. Well, it's only one guy, so I can't say men, but it's not all about like what you look like on the outside. It's about how do you treat me. If you a dick, if you happen to be plus size, well, nigga, you just a dick. But, you know, it doesn't mean just because you're bigger that I'm not attracted to you, or that I'm gonna shame you. I don't see it all that often, but it also makes me think about like men that shame big women and their mama look like Big Mama. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. They'd be like, oh, I don't like big women, but your mama is a big woman. I feel like it comes from a place of like defense mechanism. This one is a little interesting. Are y'all okay with Lizzo representing y'all as a whole? I don't think Lizzo represents all plus size women, to be completely honest. I just feel like she's the only one in mainstream, you know, music right now that is doing her thing, that's getting that credit, and it's putting us, you know, on the map in some ways. I think Lizzo is amazing. I think she's an amazing songwriter. I think she is an amazing performer, and I think she is, you know, unashamed, and she should be. Just because she's a bigger woman, she should cover up. She shouldn't be twerking and playing the flute at the same time. Like, I think she's an awesome badass, and I hope to be an amazing performer like her one day. So, hey, Lizzo, if you're seeing this, hit me up, girl. There was another question kind of similar to that said, is Lizzo extra, or is that how y'all want to act, judgment free? I don't think Lizzo is extra. I think Lizzo is living her best life. Lizzo is taking pictures on Instagram that I, wish I had the confidence to take. And she looks great doing it. She's awesome. So I don't think Lizzo is extra. I think Lizzo, regardless if Lizzo was plus size, Lizzo would act like this. I don't think, the plus size community is like, oh, Lizzo is making a bad name for us. No, Lizzo is a fucking badass. This one, it's a little confusing. It says, is it an insult if someone wants to bring food in the bedroom on the first Pound Town trip? Or it says visit. I mean, I'm confused. Do you mean like a full course meal? Or you mean like strawberries and chocolate and whipped cream? If you're doing that, I think that's completely fine. That's real sexual, it's real sensual. And if your girl, the person that you're, I guess taking to Pound Town is cool with that, then who cares? I mean, as long as you're not bringing like a plate of soul food to the bedroom, that's a little strange. Let me know. Maybe you're doing something that I'm not familiar with. Do y'all come with the Soul Sucker 3000 stocked, or do y'all practice giving head? I do not divulge my secrets. No, I know that's like a whole thing that like plus size women like suck dick real well, and we got like the best pussy, and I'm not gonna argue that we don't. Like I'd look like an idiot if I said, oh nah, our pussy's sandpaper dry and we can't get no head. Like we'll take the compliment where it's due, honey, okay? I feel like with anybody, you can always get better. And I will tell you, I looked at, what was that lady's name? Auntie, I'm about to look it up. Hold on. Angel, Auntie Angel. I definitely watched Auntie Angel, and I took some trips. I said trips, Lord have mercy. I definitely took, I should not be talking about the Lord. I'm talking about this Auntie Angel's grapefruit. Alright, we just go, start that over. I, definitely like, wanted to spice things up, and I took some lessons from that and applied them into the real world. So, I think we are naturally blessed with that gift. However, you can always get better. Wow, that rhymed. Did it? However, you can always get better. I'm gonna trademark that. Ding, trademark. Are y'all pussy so fire? Again, I'm not gonna say it's sandpaper dry. I'm gonna take the compliment. Now, why? I don't know. I just don't know. We're just blessed with those talents, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Do most big girls have insecurities when it comes to dating because they're a big girl? Now, if you are new to the channel, I have a lot of videos about dating while plus size, and a lot of the comments that I get from other plus size women is that they agree with a lot of the sentiments that I talk about. And I definitely think a lot of plus size women are insecure about, dating while they are plus size. It's hard. And I'll tell you now, like when I get on dating apps and stuff, I'm always a little bit self-conscious because typically I'm not, what the standard beauty is, like I said. And it was going to be a video. I never did it. I had made a hinge. I made a hinge for my best friend. Trying to find like someone that she could really get to know, and it was gonna be a video, but then we kind of decided not to do it. She got so many likes, even within like the first, like, I swear 10 minutes of putting her on Hinge. She was getting matches, and like the amount of matches she was getting in 10 minutes I get over the course of like a week. And I definitely do think I'm a beautiful woman, let's be very clear, but I definitely think my weight makes it so that people do not approach me a lot of the times because it's not what's considered beautiful. It's not what's considered desirable. So I definitely think a lot of plus size women feel insecure when dating. I'm not going to say all of them because I have seen plenty of, plus size women that own that shit, and it's beautiful. I think it's just, again, it's the standard of beauty, and sometimes we just feel like we don't fit that mold, and it's hard to date. Yeah, I think when you, especially in the day and age now where a lot of dating with, our generations happens from dating apps and it's the first impression, you know, just from a picture, yeah, it's a little like nerve-wracking and you do get a little bit insecure. Another question was, is all big girls pussy great? And when I saw this, I told this person, I said, I would have no idea. The only vagina I've ever touched is my own. So I don't know the specifications of any other big girl's cootie cat or anybody else's cootie cat for that matter. Again, I've heard big girls have great cootie cat. And that we give good gawk gawk 3000 or the double twisty twist gawk gawk, which I like to call it. So I have never heard complaints about big girl vagina, vagine, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna take that as a yes, they're all fantastic. And if you haven't tried one and you like cootie cat, give it a shot. These were all of the questions that I've gotten in the last few hours, and it was actually really fun doing this. I thought I was gonna have to, you know, take a couple shots while recording this or right before, and I'm good. It was painless, I guess you could say. I definitely enjoyed that. I feel like a lot of men are afraid to ask big girls questions, and I think a lot of big girls are a little bit insecure sometimes about answering questions like that. So I'm glad that I could be the one to be like, here the answer go, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm super excited to see what you guys think about this video. Definitely tell me what you did agree with or didn't agree with, or questions that you feel like, you know, should be answered next time. I definitely think I want to do a part 2 and give people another opportunity to ask me questions I can answer. Maybe a little bit more invasive, if you know what I mean. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet and you like plus size content, story times, weight loss things, anything to do with being a woman, being black or plus size, make sure you press subscribe before you leave. I promise it will not kill you. If it does, honey, you let me know, because we're gonna have to talk, okay? Okay? And of course, if you were already a subscriber to the channel, I love you, honey bunnies, to the moon and back. That will never change. I look so forward to seeing you guys in my next video, and definitely leave me some comments and make sure you follow me on social media. And until then, I love you guys and I'll see you later. Bye!